2 races down then. Race 3's next for us, and the third event up into Class 4 company for the next over the 1,200 metres. Headed by the third, Fairy Twins, who makes his all-weather debut for Chris So and Tony Picone. Strathclyde's a 2-time winner on the all-weather, course and distance, but it's a season or 2 ago now. Wins All, makes his debut for Richard Gibson. Shimmer and Shine Cheek Pieces on for the first time. He's a course and distance winner. Wonder Brahman, all-weather debut. He was 3rd behind Golden Glory last time out. After Me, he's a 2-time winner. Both those wins there have been at Happy Valley. We've got Iron King, Joe Mera from Barrier 2, jumps on board for the first time. He makes his second appearance on the surface. And the Abraxas blinkers come off as he also makes his all-weather debut. After Me is the only one of these that's been up at Chung Fa within the last 30 days, Tom.
Good pace expected here with a horse like Harbour Alert in the race. He likes to roll forward. He's got a lower straw with Lyle Hewitson on board. Blinkers coming off, cheek pieces being reapplied. Viva Council, we know he can race forward. He did last time out. Dylan Moe riding, so you'd expect him to be right there in the firing line. All for St Paul's led last time out and wasn't far off the speed. Wins All, the debutant, did show speed in a recent barrier trial where he did lead, and the Abraxas might find it a little tough from gate number 12 with the shades off.
Fairy Twins isn't the horse he promised to be at one point, but he's dropped a long way in the weights. He goes on his own here, 24.3 to finish off. He is making his all-weather debut rather late in the day, age 7. I'm not sure what to make of him at the moment. Wonder Brahma is also on the dirt for the first time in a race, but as you can see, he stretches out nicely, 23.1 under Matthew Poon, and he's lightly raced, ran pretty well on turf last time. He looks a potential improver. And moving on to XL Delight, we know what to expect from him. He's gradually found his form. He responded well to the dirt track last time. Higher in the weights, but he goes nicely. And unlike most of these, he's been winning recently.
He has, yes. Last start, in actual fact, just his second start on the all-weather was a win. This is the first leg of the 6th up with just over 1.9 million going into the pool, so an estimated dividend in the region of $4 million for 6 up players. Right, let's start up with that win of XL Delight. It'd been a good effort when run up behind Ever Strong 2 starts back before he won this, and then followed up with a strong win here.
He got to the outside and let down strongly here. A $1 reward, Confucius Day with the horses he ran past here over the concluding stages. So it was a good run from him. He's got Chad Schofield this time round, of course. Joe not riding him. Joe's got the mount of Iron King, but he won nicely there, I thought.
Yeah, we always play politics as regards whether Joe's had the choice, etc. But it does seem notable that Joe is aboard Iron King this time.
All right, well, that's a nice lead in to actually have a look at Iron King in action. Now, on the turf, because this is Iron King's first start back on the all-weather for quite some time. So this is him 4th last time out. Behind Great Treasure.
I thought this was an eye-catching run. Makes a big move in a strongly run race on the outside and probably puts his nose in front for a couple of strides, but the effort of making that move sets things up for finishers like Great Treasure, and he's getting a bit tired late on. I really like the move back to 1,200. He has won a dirt trial in pretty good style, and he gets Morera for the first time. I think there are lots of pluses for Iron King.
Yeah, Hood going on, a bit keen, but wide last time out, but he deserves his chance in the race to break his maiden status at start 11 for Dennis Yip.
All right, so some question marks maybe over the surface for him. Not so much with Strathclyde, because he's a 2-time course and distance winner, but he needs to get back to something like that form.
Yeah, well, he was beaten by Willpower last time out. He had a pretty good run in transit on that occasion as well from gate number 1, but couldn't go on with it. Recent barrier trial was OK here. He's hitting the line A-OK out in the middle of the track. That's a stablemate Silver Figure, goes around later on in the night towards the inside. I've got him in on a very minor line.
Yeah, I think he's going to run well. He had 2 months off the track. That trial, splitting 2 higher-rated horses, suggests he might be back on song. His early season form gives him a good chance. Wins All's an interesting newcomer, Tom.
Yeah, he is, Graham. $50,000 out of the English yearling sale. I thought the recent trial was OK. Wasn't tested too much. You can see him there on the inside. Big, baldy, white face. The horse on the outside being shaken up. He's a son of Testarossa. He was staying on OK there. He's had a few right front leg issues since he's been here. And he's at 20-1 at the moment. I thought he'd be worth an each-way shout there.
Yeah, he travelled well, didn't he? Richard Gibson and Alexia Padelli teamed up with Wellington on the weekend for his second win. Wins All, I think, has some sort of chance. But it's XL Delight, Graham, favourite to go back-to-back.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with Iron King here. I think he stacks up to improve the Joe angle, the slightly shorter trip angle, and I like the dirt angle based on the way he won a trial a couple of months ago. XL Delight, pretty solid, has to go into the shortlist. Strathclyde, I think he's on the way back based on that trial. Viva Council has been in the doldrums for ages, but that Handicap mark is getting quite attractive. He may add some value, but the play is win number 11, Joe Moreira, first time on number 11, Iron King.
Wasn't a race I was overly keen on. There is the odd last start winner in the race, the likes of Excel Delight, but there's a lot of horses that have been out of form for some time. So I'm going with the newcomer here, Wins All at 20 to 1, making my value play of the program. Richard Gibson, Alexi Bedell, team's going well at the moment. He's had the benefit of 5 trials here in Hong Kong. He's looked okay in each and every one of them. So Wins All on top to beat 7 Excel Delight. I'll take on the favourite. Wonder Brahma goes in, haven't minded his runs, and Strathclyde as well. 4, 7, 6 and 2.
All right, there you go. And your top 2 selections is actually my Quinella as well, 11 and 4. So that's my cue there in race number 3, which is the first leg of the 6 up. 3 races down, then 8 race programme at Sha Tin. Back next with the first leg of the Triple Trio.